Hi, air sign. How are you? I am not usually happy about doing readings in the evening because, as you can see, the lighting's not grand. But if you checked out my fire or earth, the fire reading I did, you could hear the thunder and lightning start, and then smack in the middle of the earth reading, all hell broke loose. So I had to shut down for a while, but I didn't want to let the night go out without doing your reading. And it's really because I'm just feeling so much energy from this new moon. I know my readings, I say it, they're timeless. So if you came here from the thumbnail attracted you or the title attracted you, then it's probably your reading no matter when you're coming upon it. But of course, it's supercharged with the energies of this new moon, new Leo moon, and also the end of Mercury retrograde. Hallelujah! Which is huge for you, air sign, and here's why: because Mercury is your ruling planet. So, specifically, Geminis tend to really get caught. Not as much Libra and Aquarius, but all air signs can kind of get caught up with communication issues of one form or another during Mercury retrograde, which lasts a good few weeks. So I'm sure you're happy to hear that by midnight tonight Eastern time, boom, gone. Moving on to smoother sailing. But this new moon in Leo, it's such a loving new moon, so I hope that you're working on setting your intentions, being real crystal clear about, you know, what you intend for this connection that you have or that you desire to have. So that's important too, you know, and be real specific, because the universe doesn't work in generalities. Call in what you want, call in what you desire. If you have a connection that happens to be in separation, set your intention to call in a reunion, or at least communication. Let the universe know that you're ready for that. So those are the kinds of things that are good to do around a new moon. But this one in particular, because it's such a loving, warm, supportive kind of a new moon. So it's less about the other person, more about you, but you get my drift. Anyway, okay, so if this reading doesn't kind of work for you, if you're like, you listen for a little while and you're like, I don't think she's talking to me, don't worry, that happens because I'm speaking to the collective of air signs. So you might then want to check out your moon, your rising, and your Venus. Moon is obviously our feelings and emotions, and also how we think about those things. So especially during a new moon or a full moon or any of the moon phases, it's always good to watch a reading from your moon sign. Your rising sign is the face you show to the world. So if there's anything going on with you in terms of communication with others that seemed off, or you feel you're being misunderstood, it might help you to watch your rising sign, because that might give you a clue as to where the problem is, or how you're being perceived or received by others. And then, of course, the Venus is the planet of love. So when you watch a reading from your Venus perspective, it might give you more clues about what's going on in an intimate love relationship. Okay, so that's the long and short of it. Let me move my computer just a little bit, because it's not supposed to be showing up in here. There we go. I move it 100 times and it still it still shows up, and I don't like it. It drives me crazy. All right, so I'm just going to pull an oracle card. Sort of gives me a feeling for where the direction of the energy might take us, and this is from Wisdom of the Oracle. So let's see what we've got for you, air signs. Oh, new life. Okay, but it's in reverse. So let's take a look at that. Whew. It's a beautiful card. She's sitting on top of this column, and she's sort of reaching up out of it's like she's been cracked out of an eggshell. I don't know if you can see that. It's really cool. But I'm not super familiar with this card. So let me take a peek. Especially since it's in reverse, those are usually really good, important messages. All right, so in reverse. When it's in reverse, it's like a protection message. So it says, you must acknowledge your inexperience and gently allow yourself to be like the delicate new bud opening. It's okay to admit you may not know something. You are at the beginning of things that haven't yet hit your stride. Be immersed in the newness of it all and don't try to rush the learning process. New life has its own timetable for maturity. Be here now. Life loves you. So we talk about that a lot in the twin flame and soulmate world, about being here in the now, right? Being where you are now and learning as you go. Because if you're in the process of awakening or you're on your ascension path, everything is new. Every day brings new challenges, new experiences. So this is just saying, hang in there, be open to that learning process and stay in the present moment. I like that. Okay, so I'm going to use this deck. This is the Barbara Moore deck. And we're just going to take a look at, I'm going to do sort of a modified Celtic cross. It's more of a love spread. So it takes a look at how the other person in your situation views you and how you view them. And then it explores how you feel about each other, and we'll just walk right through it. Okay, so I do pre-shuffle, but I want to give a little bit more just because I haven't touched this deck yet today. Okay, come on, give me some good vibes for the the air signs. Sorry about that, air signs. Okay, so your person sees you as their 10 of Pentacles. That's how they view you. They view you as being very put together and certainly extremely accomplished. Somebody who, you know, the 10 of Pentacles is almost like it's a wealth of riches in all aspects of your life. So basically you've got your act together. That's how they see you, and they see you as being stable as well. And you see them, the way you view them is Four of Swords. You might view them as though they're experiencing some sort of healing process. They're in a holding pattern. They're taking time to process something. So that's how you're viewing each other in this connection right now. And right now, they're seeing you as very earthy in your energy. This could be you, this could be them. It could be an earth sign that you're dealing with. But if this is how they view you, then you're viewing them in this healing phase or contemplation, trying to assess the situation. Okay? So that is how you view each other. You could be dealing with another air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but it doesn't have to be. So the situation, the current situation is there's a broken heart involved. See the Three of Swords? This is why I don't like reading at night, is because all the glare. Anyway, there's the Three of Swords. And so that's the situation right now. So I don't know if this is just, since you're viewing them as healing, it may be they are the ones with the broken heart. Okay? So we'll see what happens. And the challenge or the dynamic to this situation is the Queen of Swords. Okay, so I'm going to say this is the dynamic right now that may be causing this broken heart is you may have cut this person out, or you may be in the process of cutting them out. So while they're seeing you as this totally in her power or his power, right? Air sign, you're in your power here as Ten of Pentacles, and you're seeing them as, no, you need to go heal, take a break. And then you see the heartache, you know, broken-hearted, or some feelings are hurt here. And it could be because you've either dealt a mighty lethal air sign, typical of the air sign, blow, You know, you've come in with your truth and it hurt. Or alternately, you're cutting them out and they feel it. They feel it. They know it's coming. All right, so let's carry on and see how you feel about this person. Tower. Yep. If you're feeling that this person is like the tower, it has tower energy, they may just be coming undone. They might just be in crisis. Because if they're in healing mode, if they are really reassessing things, they just may not be very stable right now. And you may need to be cutting them out because they're in the midst of a tower moment. And, you know, it just may not be healthy for you to be in this connection while they go through that. All right, and let's see how this person feels about you. Knight of Wands. Okay, so this person feels that you're like you're the object of their fascination, their fancy, their fantasy, their passion. You swoop in on your knight. You know, the Knight of Wands is a fast-moving energy, and it's very magnetic and powerful, which really goes with this sort of Ten of Pentacles energy. And so I think they feel very, very passionate toward you, but they feel your magnetic presence in their life, which is going to make it all the more harder for them if you cut them out and they come crumbling down. That could be rough. So let's take a look at what this all might really be about. This is the Aquarian Tarot. I'll put the links in the description, just so you know. I like this because it's a teeny tiny little deck, so it's fun to use to clarify, and it's really beautiful. All the cards are they're very Art Deco-y, so they're nice, to clean looking, clean lines, geometric patterns, bright colors. I love it. Uh-oh, don't do that. I always flip them around the wrong way. Okay. I don't usually read reversal, so. All right, I'm going to go ahead and look at the situation here, which is this Three of Swords. Queen of Cups. All right, so that may be the situation is they seek you for their nurturance. This is the love between the two of you, and here's Two of Pentacles, but it's very possible that you're in the position of making a choice between this person and someone else, or do I stay or do I go? So that seems to be the energy of that. And then the Ten of Swords. So yeah, this is a burden. This entire connection is draining, it seems, for both of you, because this Ten of Swords is the situation. And with this being the situation of disappointment, of heartache, because the Queen of Cups is going away. Queen of Cups is making a choice, and the choice is likely to be, I've got to cut someone out here because it's just too much. It's too much to deal with anymore. That's a little sad. I'm a little sorry to hear that. But if this is speaking to you and you're like, oh, this is exactly what's going on, then it's your storyline, and you're getting feedback here from the universe as to maybe what you should do or how you should approach it. Okay, so let's look at the Four of Swords here. Look what comes up again. Cannot make it up. Three of Swords. So now the Three of Swords is definitely on the other person's side. Now, as I say that, air sign, please know that if I'm doing this reading and you're saying, no, I'm the one with the broken heart, I'm the one that's being cut out, then just flip the script. Because this other person, this could be your side of the line here, right? You could be, because swords are air, so you could be the one who's doing the healing over a heartbreak or an impending heartbreak, okay? So just take what I said and you can go through it again after we're done here, and then everything that I say, which is about the air sign side, you can just flip the whole story. I'm just being led to say that because as I go through this, I'm seeing all of the air, the swords, are coming out on this side, which could be you. All right, so broken heart, the Nine of Wands. So this is the end of the road this is the end of the passion. The Nine of Wands is usually right before the 10, so we're almost done here. We are just at that breaking point. We're battered and bloodied, you know. Almost all the fight is out of us at this point. The wands being the fiery energy and all that. Okay? So I'm going to continue now with this Queen of Swords, which is the challenge to this whole situation here, and see what that's about. Yep. Three of Wands. Okay, once again, Three of Wands can be about choices. It can also be about waiting for something to come to fruition. So it could just be that this Queen of Swords energy of cutting through, cutting someone out. It's almost like you're waiting for the right moment, or the right moment has not yet arrived. And then I just want to see another thing. Six of Cups. All right, Six of Cups would indicate that this is a very close connection. It's usually more of a past life soulmate, you know, somebody that your soul contract was created in a past life. So it's usually that kind of energy. It's definitely soulmate energy. So this is a very important relationship. It's a strong connection, but it's under fire right now. It's really, and that's why it's hard. It's hard because the challenge to this whole situation is if you have to cut this person out. Remember I said you could be taking, you know, trying to decide how to do that. This could also be that you're waiting for another ship to come in. And that ship could be the Six of Cups, could be somebody new in your life that has that soulmate energy where the connection feels faded. It feels like it's been there before. Okay? And looking at this Knight of, I'm going to look at the Tower. Eight of Swords. Yeah, so as you're seeing the situation and then the challenge or the energy of cutting this person out, and then how you feel about them. You feel Tower energy, and here's why. Eight of Swords. They are trapped, or you feel trapped by them. Because this is how you feel about them. So you are feeling trapped. You are also feeling, you're very much gone within. You're the hermit now. So this is interesting because air signs are not known for being hermited. You're the social butterfly of the zodiac. So, or you're usually very given to communicating and talking and chatting to make yourself understood. So if this person, if you're feeling Tower energy from them and you're feeling a little trapped, you're definitely going within, maybe even being a little secretive about this potential new connection on the horizon. So we have that as a possibility. But let's see if we can't get a little bit more on this Knight of Wands. You see them as the Knight of Wands, and here, or sorry. They feel that you're like, that you've got the Knight of Wands energy, and what comes up right next to that is the Knight of Swords. So the Knights are action. So if they feel that you're this energy of passion in their world, that's followed up by, but you're also the agent of truth. You're the one speaking truth. You're the one taking action that is fast, that's swift, that may feel cutting to this person, but that's just the way you operate, air sign. You know, once you know it's done, it's done. And you don't always mix words. You can't. It's not in your nature, unless there are other things going on in your natal chart. But let's see what else we've got. Queen of Swords. All right, so, Queen of Swords now. So that's it. And Queen of Swords has now come up twice. Once in the challenge to this situation, and now in how this person feels about you. Unless this is your side, and you're the one being cut out of somebody's life, then that's how they're feeling about you. Does that make sense? Okay, I'm trying not to confuse you. That's it. I think that's good for now, but what I'd like to do is sort of give you an idea that, you know, when we talked about new life, and it was saying be open to new experiences, be open to understanding that you don't have it all figured out, and that you have to often you know, approach things with a beginner's mind. So this is a complicated scenario, and if you're the one that's walking away, which is fine, you know, I think this Hermit is a good plan. It's like keep it under wraps, keep to yourself, go within, figure things out first, because air signs have the tendency to just first thing that comes off the tongue. So especially if you feel that they are, you know, their tower energy and you might be a little trapped, bide your time, be thoughtful with your words, and kindness always. If you're the one, if air sign, if this is your side where you're the one who's feeling like you need to do some healing from a broken heart, and you're the one being cut out by this person, by this Ten of Pentacles, by all means, consider it a shift for the better, because then this tower energy between you and this person is going to wipe everything away and clear the path so that you can watch a new ship come in. Okay? Alrighty, so set your intentions for this new moon coming in. It's coming in soon at 11/11. How aligned is that? And what I'm going to do is do an extended for this. I want to look at any advice that may be coming your way for this situation, the strengths of this connection, because now that we've seen that things are really dicey, let's look at what the strengths of this connection are and what the outcome might be. And if there was going to be any timing that might appear, that's the card that it would show up in that position as the outcome. So if you want to hear more about this because it's resonating with you, the link will be below in the description. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye, air sign.